good, fam? It's Mr. Kelly with Good to the Hood, talking about anything and everything that impacts the culture. And I'm with my boy again, Deuce.
What's going on?
Today's topic, we're going to talk about kind of a question that you may not hear a lot, but should people in the community, in their black and brown communities, should we travel?
Yes.
Do you travel?
Yes. Do it.
Yeah. So when I talked to a lot of people, and we're from the same neighborhood, different generations, but same neighborhood.
Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, for sure. And back in the day, man, I knew a lot of people that just didn't travel. And my dad was in the military, so that thought process never really settled hardcore with me. But I knew so many people that were like, they were born and they live and they die in the same city. I'm like, you've been in Dallas the whole time?
Right, yeah.
The whole time, you know what I mean?
Denver's 12 blocks. That's yours.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, I mean, if I were to answer the question, the short answer would be, well, yeah.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just for entertainment purposes, right?
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
But I think in the community, it's even more so important on a deeper level. And this is why. Just on a local, and when I say local, I mean the United States, right? Just within our country.
Domestically.
Yeah, domestically. There you go. That's the power of school, kids. Domestically, I think it's important because we say the community, we say the black community, we say even the hip hop community or whatever. But that's still, there's fragments of that, and we don't necessarily make the moves in the same way, right? So if you're from, and I really realize this from Denver and living in Texas and living in California, and then I got friends on the East Coast and all that is, brothers from down south, right? Their thought process a lot of times is different from brothers from the West Coast, as well as the East Coast. Right? A lot of things are regional.
Middle.
Yeah, and of course even just from states. Yeah. Like cats out of Florida, they move a little bit differently than, maybe people from the Midwest.
Yep.
Would move differently than people from the East. Even over there, like Florida is different than New York.
Yes.
Like Florida's like kind of South and East Coast at the same time. Like
Florida's a trip.
Yeah.
Florida's a trip.
Because if you take Trick Daddy is not
Jay-Z.
Yeah, Trick Daddy is not Jay-Z. But he's not Lil Flip and Outkast either.
Word.
Right?
Yeah.
So Florida's a whole different deal. So I feel like people, us as a people should do that. It broadens your perspective. It shows you different things, even within your own community.
Yeah, different life experiences. There's black folks that ain't never seen the water.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you got everybody in the South. They're chilling by the water every weekend.
Yeah. I mean, it's what's crazy to me is when I started running into people, like my best friend is this brother that he goes hunting.
Word.
And what's crazy is I'm like, especially at that time, I was like, black people don't go hunting.
You're right.
I'm as in hunting deer. He's like, yeah, deer and pheasants and elk and all that. Mm-hmm. He knows how to quarter them out and all that.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, nah, none of that.
Not for me.
But it's just crazy because then we talk to brothers that their roots are or they're from like the South. Mm-hmm. They're like, well, yeah.
And I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, and I've always been in like urban centers or cities. California, like I said, and Dallas and that kind. I'm like, nah, you ain't never. And honestly, to this day, I've never been hunting.
Me either. I want to. I definitely want to.
Yeah,
I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't. What about camping? Have you gone camping?
Nope.
Ever?
Wow. My parents weren't outdoorsy, so a lot of the things that make Colorado, I haven't done.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone camping. It's not my favorite thing to do. I'm definitely I'd probably still go. My like I said, my homeboy and we're trying to do more couples thing because when you get older,
that's what you do.
Yeah, you got to do the couples thing.
Right.
So they all want to go camping a little bit more outdoorsy. I'm very much the city dude.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, I'm like let's go to a steakhouse.
Yep.
Let's go to the casino.
Yeah.
Right.
Hit the bar.
Yeah.
Club, dance a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm very much that guy. I'm just very comfortable doing that. But I'm like, I feel like I work too hard to buy these threads and
then go sleep on the ground.
and then go sleep on the ground, man. I mean, I feel like you hear about me camping for long periods of time.
Yeah,
something gone horribly wrong.
So
he's not camping.
Find me.
Yeah, that brother is homeless. He is not camping. That is not him. That is no. I'm like, no. I like to have my Tempur-Pedic mattress.
You know,
Netflix,
memory
and chill.
foam.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. So, and especially
lights.
grown up broke.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And look, and I've been homeless. Like I legit have been homeless.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I work so I can have the surroundings. And have, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't trying to
Go back to
nah. This is not for me.
Not me.
So but anyway, yeah. So that notwithstanding, yeah, I think travel and even domestically, that's the new word today. Domestically, I think that's important. Just like I said, for entertainment purposes, to learn more about your people, and just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Right?
And then I mean, even beyond that, we need to hit other countries too.
Absolutely.
Myself, I've been to the Bahamas and Japan personally.
Okay. I have as well.
It's
So the Bahamas, was that a cruise or did you just fly there?
it was a cruise. I should have flew there. I had more fun in the Bahamas than I did on the travel part.
On the cruise ship?
Yeah, the cruise ship was cool. I'm not gonna knock it.
What
But
cruise line?
Royal Caribbean.
Oh, that was me too.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
But the day we had in the Bahamas, like, I still see it in my memory to this day.
Yeah.
We're just good people, good food, good. It was an atmosphere that was definitely beneficial at the time.
Man, it was crazy. And look, you're talking to somebody that's lived in the Dallas metro area on and off for 13 years. I never felt heat like I felt heat in the Bahamas, because when I went, so I've gone to the Bahamas actually twice.
Nice.
And one time was like straight up like June, July.
Yeah.
And the first time was like August.
Yeah, mine was May.
Man, like I really, dude. So look, this is crazy. So we were there, and a lot of these cruise companies, they have their own little islands.
Yeah.
So Royal Caribbean has Coco
Cay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ship's way out there, and then you do some excursions out there, and we took this boat out there, got on the beach, and man, I remember walking across the beach, and I promise you, I literally thought this in my head when I was walking. I was like, my God, we have got to be on the equator. I literally thought that, like, the stuff I learned in school, right?
Yep.
All of a sudden just came into my head on that one bit of information. I was like, Jesus, this has got to be the equator.
Right.
It is
a hot place. Yeah, right.
It is hell hot right now.
The sand is turning to glass.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if that don't make you turn to Jesus, like, please let heaven be cooler than this,
please,
because this is horrible.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, but for sure, no.
I put my shoes back on walking in the sand. I was like, nah.
No, the sand was really hot, dude.
Burnt the bottom of my feet.
That's when you're like looking for the shade.
Yeah.
You're like tippy toeing. You're like, there's a flagpole here, the shade right here, and you're just like, if I
you
can
stand still, just put your feet together, like walking the line.
Yeah, the experience was dope. The water was cool.
Mm-hmm. It's the first time I got in the ocean.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that. So it was a good experience. Now of course that's a touristy spot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, the Bahamas is designed at this stage of the game, as far as from an American standpoint,
to sell stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a shop on the island.
For sure. But it was still dope. And then, of course, I know that you recently went, like you kind of brought up Japan.
Yeah.
Which I haven't gone to. I do want to go to Japan. So when you went to Japan, where specifically in Japan?
We landed in Tokyo. Stayed there. I was there for 9 days, but I hit Tokyo, Hiroshima, Kyoto, and...
You were there how long? 12 days?
9 days.
Oh, 9 days. Okay.
I forget the other town. But like Kyoto was really cool because it felt, oddly enough, it felt like black community-ish. It was very like...
Is there a lot of black people there?
No.
Or were there any black people
I was
there?
counting. Yeah, I think I got to 19 by the time I left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it took 19 days.
So we need to go. 9 days, 19 people. I was one of the 19.
Oh, okay. So he saw 18
other black people. But
and arguably, because he, like me, is also mixed, so one could argue 17 and a half black people.
If you want to go there, we can.
But
statistically.
Right. I digress.
Kyoto is big on like art and jazz. Oddly enough,
Okay.
like it feels very like what I would feel like the South was like in the black community.
Oh.
But a lot of the things like they are big on respect. So you hear issues about Japan being a little unfriendly towards black people, and I think that's why a lot of them don't go. But as long as you aren't a jerk, you know.
So respect in the sense of because Asian cultures, that's an interesting piece. Asian cultures' definition and outlook on respect is different than Americans as a whole, and how the black community views and identifies respect is different within itself.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So when you say so what's something that I guess respectfully they do in Japan that maybe is
Well, so like the one thing I did, I educated myself on certain mannerisms, things that are one way here and a different way there.
okay? That's smart actually.
There's putting your chopsticks in rice, like just and leaving them in the bowl. Super disrespectful.
Really?
It's something that they do at funerals. For when they bury somebody, they put a bowl of rice and they set the chopsticks in them like that. So like if you're done, you set your chopsticks to the side. It's not supposed to stick out of your bowl like that.
Oh snap! Okay.
Little things like that, like if they see like I'm eating and I go to do it and I put them down. That it means something to
Just
them.
that
You know
small,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
I know that in Japan, businessmen, and I don't know if this is how it is currently, but when they interact and they hand each other a business card, they
Both
act
sides.
both sides, and then they give the business card. Whereas obviously here in the States, you're just like, oh, I got a business card, and you just
Yeah.
whatever, that kind of thing. So that's
It's the mannerisms and everything. Whenever I was appreciative, and arigato gozaimasu.
they definitely bow.
Like,
Bowing's a big big thing.
you don't have to go like 90-degree angle.
Well,
you know what I mean?
well, I do know that in a lot of countries that bow, whoever's the more respected or elder, you have to bow lower. Yeah, the older person just bows a little bit, and then the younger person actually bows a little bit lower than them.
Word.
So I think it's good to highlight too, because for those of you that don't know, I'm black and Filipino, but a lot of people don't know is Asian cultures, they're all separate.
Yeah.
In America, we try to group them all together.
Yeah, Asians.
Everybody's Asian. I'm like, these are all different countries, different languages, different governments, different
India
money,
is
different
Asia.
foods. India
Like,
is.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you got to think about it.
Yeah, if somebody's from South Korea, they are not Japanese. There's whole different cultures, whole different languages, whole different everything.
Traditions.
Yeah, Vietnam, the Philippines, Cambodia, all those are all different countries. And I think the community, we need to travel to understand and respect. But here's the thing: as much as we yell about, we're not being respected. We got to give out that respect as well.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there's a whole history in the United States between blacks and whites specifically. But there's, and maybe some other people groups, but that's the big one.
Yeah,
obviously.
the most glaring one.
Right.
Yeah.
So, look, what people don't understand is those countries over there, there's a history too. Like Japanese and Koreans over there don't necessarily get along either in that part of the world. Over here is because you're in the States and like, hey, we're all Asian descent. We have to kind of
we build this community here.
Got to come together. It's like, look at the whole bunch of gang members going to prison. It's like, hey, we might have been wearing red or blue on the outside, but in here we all black. Right. I mean, so
in an orange jumpsuit.
Right. Exactly. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's important to kind of see that because then you start seeing people different than you.
Yeah.
As actually people.
Yeah.
Right.
Things that make you are the same things that make me.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, absolutely. So when you went to Japan, Deuce, you went for 9 days. Now, who did you go with?
It's my boy Luca. He's originally from Italy. Moved here in his 20s. He was one of my customers at a whole job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just, we had a lot of the same interests, so we kept up.
But neither one of y'all were from
Mm-hmm.
Japan.
Nope.
Man, look, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's some of the thing too to get over that fear. Like, look.
Oh, buddy.
You know what I mean? Like, you ain't never been to Japan. He ain't never been to Japan. And two of y'all were just like, let's go to Japan.
Go. You like anime, seafood, video games? Let's go.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I definitely want to do more travel. Let me see. So, okay, I've been to the Bahamas. This place is a Commonwealth, so it's real easy for Americans to go. I went to Puerto Rico,
Word.
which was still dope. I mean, look,
I bet.
That's not like going to, Montana or, or whatever.
Tennessee.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to the Philippines twice, but I was a kid, honestly.
Okay.
So I don't really remember. Where else did we go? We went to like a lot of the little islands that were out there, kind of real similar. So like, St. Kitts, Bahamas. Oh man, what other countries have you been to? Oh, you know where I have been, and I remembered a little bit. I was a little bit younger with my folks. Was Canada.
Oh, right.
Now Canada's very similar to the States, but it's different enough to where it's noticeable.
Mm.
I mean, I would maybe go to
I hear they're like super respectful. Are they like obnoxiously respectful?
No, because that is annoying when people like that.
Yeah.
No, but they are respectful. I'll say this, one of the things I noticed that I remember to this day in Canada is, for being in a big city, because we were in Ontario and in Toronto, it was clean, dude.
Word. Nice. That was like Japan, Tokyo?
Yeah. Because Tokyo's
they don't play that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like New York and Vegas.
Yeah, there ain't like
big tall buildings with neon signs.
Yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I honestly can't remember like just seeing a pile of like cigarette butts in the curb.
Yeah. No.
Mm-mm. You know what I mean? Like you just don't. You just sit. And I've been to Times Square, twice actually.
Where?
And man, I mean everybody should see it for sure. That's the heartbeat. That's the heartbeat of capitalism right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like man, the energy in New York is crazy.
On 11.
But it was dirty though.
Yeah.
Like you walking on the street, it was dirty.
That was the first thing I noticed about Seattle. Seattle's clean too.
Seattle is clean.
But they pay a lot in taxes. But you see, I was having breakfast one day and
Seattle's real green
in the street.
too.
Yeah.
Seattle's real green.
It's dope in the fall. I've been
there in the summer for sure, and then in the spring.
Word.
Yeah, Seattle's dope.
I went for my 28th birthday.
So out of the 50 states, how many of the 50 states have you been to?
Not as many as I want to.
Okay.
I've been to California, Washington, Colorado, obviously, Texas, Florida. I stayed where's that layover at? I think it was in like
from here to Florida.
Yeah, I had a connecting flight.
Maybe Memphis.
I think that was Memphis. Yeah.
Maybe Memphis. Man, out of the 50 states, I've been to like 38.
Oh, so you racking them up?
Yeah, I'm racking them up.
Right.
Bucket list is actually hit all of them. I've hit pretty much all. I mean, I've even hit Hawaii. Actually, me and the wife went to Hawaii a few months ago.
Nice.
For like a week. Yeah. So that was super dope. But I mean, she's actually from there, so it was going home. But I tag on. So let's go. Let's go visit your home.
Came off the plane with stars in your eyes.
Yeah.
Was like what?
I'm curious, but So, but I haven't been to Alaska. And then, of course, there's a lot of those states where you're like, I'll get to them when and if I get, like, Montana, like, South Dakota, stuff like that, you know what I mean? North Dakota.
No
I mean, I guess South Dakota does have Mount Rushmore.
Right.
But once you see that, like, then what?
My brother went to Montana with his lady, learned how to blacksmith a little bit,
In Montana?
Yeah.
Dude, Montana has, like, no black people.
I know. That's why it was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. He enjoyed it, though, other than the there's he had to deal with. But
allergies in Montana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I think obviously for travel, there's many ways to travel. And I've done all of them. So road trips, I actually like road trips.
Right.
As I get older, maybe not as much. My wife hates road trips. However, I'm like, you know what would be cool for traveling is get the Winnebago.
Yeah.
Get the big old RV, man.
Yeah.
And roll out like you're on a tour bus, like you Lil Wayne or something.
Exactly.
State to state.
You like something, you just pull over, put the tent out or the little awning out.
In this day and age, I don't feel there's no reason for people not to travel. Like, save up. You can go on Southwest and hit these ding fares where they're like, go to such and such a place for $49, $39. Frontiers and everyone. Cruise ships.
Plan ahead, you know what I mean?
Cruise ships are actually real cool because the cool thing about cruise ships is once you pay to get on a cruise ship, you don't have to take care. You don't have to pay for nothing else.
Yeah.
There's no rental car,
Nope.
no food, no lodging, no whatever. Now you got to pay for if you want to do some of the extracurricular excursions and stuff.
Yeah.
But you legit, man, can just get on a cruise ship. 2 people hit one of these specials. 2 people for like whatever, $700-800. Specifically, if you're not too particular about where to go, you just want to just get on the ship and just go, just to go. Yeah, save up your bread, folks, and do that. And,
Yeah.
Because the cruise ships, man, I ain't been on a cruise ship yet where I haven't gained like 8 pounds every time.
Period.
Yeah, I've been on like 3 or 4 cruises, and I'm telling you.
It popped up on my memories on Facebook yesterday.
Yo,
I saw
yeah.
the plate, the lobster and
Oh, yeah.
steak dinner, man.
Oh yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah.
It's time to go. So definitely get a couple homeboys, man. Do the road trip. Of course, with the whole Corona thing, man.
Do it safely.
Yeah, and you probably have to do some outdoor stuff because like going to Vegas
Yeah.
ain't like going to Vegas.
They
no
said
more.
they're trying to open up on the 8th. I don't know. I'm not doing it. But if you if you willing to risk it, you about that life.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, see some other stuff, man. Have some other food. Money, you can always make more money, but you can't necessarily have experiences and all the experiences where you at currently.
Yeah.
You gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I
See
mean?
something new.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how you think new.
So, but yeah, do me a favor, folks, if you would, hit that like button, hit subscribe, put where you've been in the comments and where you'd like to go, and maybe even some other ideas you'd like for us to do. But until next time, this is Mr. Kelly with Good to the Hood, my boy,
Young Deuce.
and we'll see you. Peace.